This hour for you on Daybreak, school leaders are looking for ways to help their first generational students.
And there will soon be some changes for Springfield Public School students. We'll tell you how their schedules will be adjusted in just a few minutes.
Also for you, Clean Missouri is back on the ballot this election season. We'll tell you everything you need to know regarding it and more. It's all coming up this hour for you here on Daybreak.
Good morning and thanks for starting your Thursday with us. Today is October 15th. I'm Jennifer Abreu.
And I'm Joe Morano, as we have one more hour to go for you this morning, and we are coming off a fantastic Wednesday weather-wise, right?
Yes, it has been fantastic, and even more so because we got a little bit of rain, at least some of us, that we have been expecting for a long time. Checking in with Beth. I know you are happy to see that rain, Beth.
I'm happy. I imagine most of the Ozarks is happy just to get something. I walked outside this morning. I was on the phone and I walked out and I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, what? I was like, it's raining. There's rain falling from the sky. I was so happy this morning.
It's the little things, right? Because
it is.
You said September 1st. Is that the last time we had some rain?
Well, since September 1st, we've only picked up a little over an inch and a half.
Right.
Gotcha.
But it's still, I mean, it's been several weeks since we've picked up any amount of rain, even a trace of rain. It's been several weeks.
So a trace is what we'll get today. How long is this going to stick around?
I don't think we're going to pick that much up today, and I don't expect it to stick around longer than the next couple of hours or so. We do have some showers on the radar, very light and scattered in nature, a lot of it not really making it to the ground, but a few are making it to the ground. We might have some light roads or some wet roads out there this morning from those light showers. 60 degrees in Springfield, 57 in Branson, 62 in Ava, and 59 in Camdenton. Winds out of the north, so that front is continuing to push through at 5 to 15 miles per hour. We are still seeing gusts at about 25 miles per hour. I do expect those to taper off as we head throughout the rest of the morning hours. We do have some wet roads this morning. Again, not everyone's going to see rain. Not all of the roads are wet. Just a few things to just keep an eye on this morning as you head out the door. I gave it the grade of a C this morning with temperatures in the 50s, and then I gave it the grade of a B by this afternoon because it's going to be cool. We'll have a few clouds. It's going to be kind of a dreary day. I do expect a little bit more in the way of sunshine as we head through dismissal. Temperatures only topping off in the lower to middle 60s. So here's what you need. A light rain jacket for some of us, otherwise a light jacket because it is going to be cool today. Your mask, your phone, your keys, and your wallet, of course, are things you don't want to forget as you head out this morning. It will be cooler today, and tonight a cooler air mass still sticking around with temperatures in the 30s, so a frost advisory is in effect for a lot of us, and I do have some rain chances in my 7-day. We'll do all that in 10 minutes.
All right, Beth, thank you. In education coverage this morning, Missouri State University is working to better serve its first-generation students. Caller 10's Nija McDonald joins us from MSU to explain exactly how they are doing this. Nija, good morning.
Yeah, Jen, well, good morning. Being the first person in your family to attend college is exciting, but it can also be a bit overwhelming, which is why Missouri State is expanding its programming for these students. Attending college was always on Missouri State student Terrell Dawson Jr.'s list of things to accomplish.
Ever since I was young, my parents kind of preached to me that I was going to college just because my father didn't have the chance to.
But for first-gen students like Dawson, making the transition from high school to college can be scary.
This is a big school, so it's kind of overwhelming.
However, thanks to a new grant, MSU is improving resources geared towards this population of students.
Some students just don't know what they don't know. And when you provide that support early on, then that develops the skills in them to be able to, finish those years in college because they've developed the skills to ask for help, to reach out to faculty members when they need that assistance.
As well as the importance of joining a club or extracurricular activity.
I got into the TRIO program. It really helped me a lot. It got me a tutor. They make you go to social events, so then you're able to meet new people.
Missouri State sophomore Haley Edwards says it can be hard to know what to expect when you're a first-gen student.
Couldn't really ask anybody in my family what it was going to be like, so it was definitely a huge learning experience and something that I was definitely scared for.
The university is developing videos for incoming first-gen freshmen that will focus on things like understanding college costs and preparing for your second year. Well, to further assist these students, staff will be sending out reminders about upcoming deadlines, and financial aid counselors will be available to meet with via email, text, or in person. Reporting live in Springfield, Nija McDonald, Ozarks First.
Thank you, Nigel. We have some other local school news. We told you last week about potential changes to the way Springfield Public Schools will be handling time in the classroom, and we've got that update for you now. Beginning November 2nd, kindergarten through second graders will attend in-person classes 4 days a week. Starting November 9th, students in 3rd through 8th grades will do the same. Wednesdays will remain a virtual learning day district-wide. There are no changes for high school students or those enrolled in the virtual learning option, as Stephen Hall explains.
It's difficult to restaff the district when we have large numbers of students changing from one option to the next. There are no easy decisions during this pandemic, and every decision that we make is a difficult decision. But we appreciate the support of our community and the flexibility and the trust that they have placed in us to make the best decision we can make during these difficult times.
At the end of the first semester, students have the chance to make new selections for their way to learn for the second half of the school year.
Caller 10 is your local election headquarters, and the biggest issue on Missouri ballots November 3rd is Amendment 3, which will decide how voting districts are drawn starting in 2021. A yes vote will change a decision voters made in 2018, reverting back to districts drawn by a 10-person bipartisan commission appointed by the governor. It also has two unrelated changes, lowering lobbyist gifts from $5 to $0 and lowers the donation limit for state Senate campaigns by $100. A no vote keeps intact voters' decision from 2018, making districts drawn by a nonpartisan demographer. All data used to draw maps would be made public, and maps can be challenged in court if deemed unfair. Last night, the Amendment 3 sponsor, Republican Senator Dan Hegman, and the No on 3 campaign director, Sean Nicholson, debated the amendment. Among the many topics they discussed was the aspect of gerrymandering and the potential makeup of Missouri's legislative district map come 2021.
That will absolutely give us and almost guarantee that we will have long spindly districts that don't recognize county borders, that don't recognize city borders, because it places those as a last priority.
About 1/5 of the seats overall would be competitive. The other states would be safer, either Republican or Democratic. This can all be done without crazy shapes, and it makes government more responsive without necessarily distorting the geography of partisan tendencies.
A lot of good information was discussed during that debate last night, and you can watch it in full by finding the link on ozarksfirst.com.
And some coronavirus news for you. 2 area counties have announced additional deaths. Berry County Health Department says its 8th death occurred yesterday. This person was a 77-year-old man with underlying health conditions and a resident of a long-term care facility. In Texas County, its health department said its 3rd coronavirus death happened. This person was in their 80s and had been hospitalized since testing positive in mid-September.
We've got some showers on the radar this morning. A lot of it, unfortunately, not actually making it to the ground, but it's a nice sight to see. And some good news is I do have more rain chances in my 7-day, but not before more sunshine for at least the first half of your weekend. We'll have that right after the break. Don't go anywhere.